Mickey again from Modern C10. We've been invited to go to the Street Outlaws Daily Driver Race. We're going to take Bougie out and do some testing today. We still have a few weeks left before the actual race, but we want to go ahead and get ahead of it and get some testing in. So when the billet wheels that are on the truck is typically what we run in like the summertime when we're going to a lot of car shows and doing a lot of cruises and stuff like that. But the rest of the time we put the rally wheels on it, and typically we got a 315 drag radial on the back and just a VF Goodrich on the front. We have the factory wheels widened to a 12-inch rim, and like I said, typically it's got a 315 on it, so it's humongous, and it's a drag radial, and we drive around on those most of the time. But since we're doing this race, they require us to do a 28-10-5 slick, so we already swapped them out on the rims. We're gonna go ahead and put them on the truck, and just go ahead and go over a few things on the truck that we do to get it ready to go from like car show, cruise type mode into drag race or street race mode. So just stay tuned and we're gonna hop right in it. We got the tires swapped out on the truck. We still need to torque them all. We'll do that when we set it back down. I've got a few things underneath the truck I need to take care of. We're going to run under here. It's got exhaust cutouts on it, electric ones from SPW. We had one of them fail on us when we were doing this long, like 300-mile cruise deal. So currently I have them off the truck completely, but I have some caps over the holes just to keep them sealed up. We're going to go ahead and pull those off before testing. So I'm going to head into the truck. I'm going to pull the caps off the exhaust, and then we're going to go over all the hardware on the truck, all the nuts and bolts, and check everything, make sure everything's tight before we go racing. So just come on with us and check it out. Alright guys, we're into the truck. I was going to show you how the exhaust is ran. So we got the stainless exhaust ran through. My cutouts are right here on each side. We're going to go ahead and remove these plates right here that were just blocked off plates temporarily while the electric cutouts were getting repaired. But since we're racing tonight, we're going to just pop these off so we can open the exhaust up. If you want to check out the rest of the truck, it's got drive shaft safety loop. It's got aluminum PST drive shaft. The whole bottom of the truck has been bed liners. It still has the dual tank, and they still function where I can switch it from one side to the other. 8-speed transmission. We got the Ford 9-inch. The frame's powder coated, everything on there is powder coated. It looks a little dirty right now because we've been driving it, but that powder coated all just rinses right off. Boiler exhaust, strange double adjustables, and these little baby tires that we just put on. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock these plates off, and we'll set it back down and get the tires and wheels torqued, and then we'll do some stuff under the engine bay. update. We're in Texas and we're it's 103 degrees outside. So we're gonna probably get down here to Yellow Belly on the south side of Dallas and let the track cool down a little bit, because it's gonna be crazy hot down here. Thinking we're gonna make a pit stop here in a minute. Alright guys, we're rolling into Buc-ee's down here, north side of Dallas. This is my kid's favorite place in the whole world. I got a whole list of candies and snacks to pick up for them while we're down here.
Turn right.
I'm probably going to get some haters in the comments asking, why are we trailering this truck if it's a daily driver, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't want to come all the way down to Dallas to test it and break stuff and be screwed on getting it home. So that is why we're trailering it down here.
KOTR, we did drive all the crews and did the race.
Oh yeah, we do cruise and stuff all the time. I just didn't want to get all the way down here where I don't really know my area and, you know, don't got my contacts, my peeps, in case something happens. So we did bring it on the trailer. Hey guys, gonna give you an update. Yellow Belly drag strip. I don't know if you guys ever been there or not, but it's a heck of an experience. We roll in the gate and swear to God, it looked like Border Patrol. There's just agents everywhere wearing bulletproof vests, carrying weapons, and it's all fenced off with barbed wire, and it was quite an eye-opener. I'm like, what the hell, are we at the right place or what? And there's a lot going on in there. There's a lot of substance going on, and it's a pretty wild track. It was busy. There was like 9,000 people at this track. I swear to God, there was so much going on. We're rolling back with our tail between our legs, honestly. You know, you go out and you think you got a plan, it doesn't work out. So our first pass, I don't know what happened with the tune, but truck didn't go over 40 miles an hour until we were about half track, and then all of a sudden it just turned on and went, you know. So that was pretty much a waste of a pass. We went back, tried some other stuff with the tune, sitting in staging lanes for freaking 3 hours. Finally got to make another pass. The truck left real good. Then I felt it move a little bit in second gear, make another little move into third gear. So it didn't feel super fast anyway, so I just went ahead and aborted the run. We did not get another pass after that. That was the end of our night. It was late. It was after midnight. So we went ahead and loaded everything up, and we're coming back into Oklahoma. We have a racetrack that's a few miles from my house that a friend of mine owns. He's going to let us test there. So the reason we came down to Dallas is because the guy that tunes my truck is from Dallas. Is Sam from Advanced Modern Performance. So we're just going to have him come up to us next week. We're going to do some more testing here at our local track and see if we can get this thing ironed out before we do that. Hey guys, we are headed to Thunder Valley Raceway in Noble, Oklahoma. The Yellow Belly trip didn't turn out the way we wanted, so we're going to go do some more testing out at our local track. We're not going to prep it or do anything like that. We're just going to go out and do some burnouts and try to make some passes and see if we can get a hold of this truck. Maybe we'll have better luck than we did last time. So stay tuned and we'll make some passes.
What are we doing here, Mickey?
Well, it is hot as hell outside. The track temperature is probably like 160. So we are getting ice and we're going to use it to cool the truck between testing passes. Whenever I built the truck, I put an ice box under the hood to cool the heat exchanger between rounds if we're doing a lot of racing in the summer. So we're loading up on some bulk ice. We're going to go to the track and try to beat this heat. Hey guys, we're going to give you a quick lesson in leaf spring suspension. I could get real in depth with leaf spring, 4-link, and all this kind of stuff, but we're going to keep it simple just for sake of the video. So what's going on with the truck right now is that we are crushing the tire, okay? So this is like good news for drag radials, but bad news for slicks, okay? I'm going to explain it about as simple as I can, and so we can get on with the video. So, say we got a back tire, front tire, we got a long wheelbase, right? I believe these trucks are like 119 inch, somewhere in there. Wheelbase, your engine's up here, transmission's up here, all your weight is up here, okay? So, center of gravity is more like right here. Problem with leaf springs and being non-adjustable is that your leaf spring is mounted about right in here. So it's like 1/3 of the wheelbase, roughly. Leaf spring comes down, hooks up in the back. Axle's right there. So when you apply power to a leaf spring, it naturally wants to separate and push the tire into the ground like that. So your wheel right here goes down and crushes this tire, okay? So on a drag radial, that basically plants the tire, it forces it to have traction, okay? A slick is not constructed of the same rubber on the sidewall, okay? It doesn't have any belts in it or anything, and it basically just crushes the slick. This makes it very difficult with leaf springs to put down any kind of power. However, with the conditions we're going to be racing in, I felt like the slick would help me out better down the track. Bins that will be like on a street where it's not prepped or anything, I feel like the slick will work better further down the track. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get the slick to work on the starting line. So we're going to tighten the extension valve on the shocks up to slow that shock down to help keep it from crushing the tire. And then we're also going to add air pressure to the tires. Now, the air pressure is probably going to not help us too much further down track because it's not going to let the tire really grab the track. It's going to start bubbling the tire at a high RPM. And it's probably not going to help us down the track, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it at the starting line and see if we can get the 60 foot figured out with the slick, and then we'll worry about down track when we get there. Okay guys, here's a good example of what we're talking about with the leaf spring smashing the tire into the ground. If you watch when the truck launches, the suspension just drives the tire into the ground and almost flattens the sidewall. And this creates a big wrinkle across the sidewall and a fold through the contact patch. So this isn't good for traction. This is probably better than what we were 3 or 4 passes ago, but we still don't have it where we want it yet. thanks for watching our video. Be sure to subscribe to see more videos on tech tips, installs, and even our custom builds.